What's up guys, it's Chachi Power here to do a review. Today I have the Lion-O from the Thundercats classic line from Bandai. And we're mainly going to concentrate on the retail version, since the exclusive version that's on the right here is pretty much the same damn thing, just different paint apps. So I'll go over both a little bit. This one I'm not really going to open since I'm saving for a rainy day. But I will show you the contents, and we'll do some comparisons, and then we'll talk about the figure, the articulation, the complaints some people have had, and all that crap. So yeah, let's get started. So first we're going to start off with the retail version. Here is the empty box. Normally the instructions aren't right directly behind the figure, but that's the way I packed it way before the review. You'll see there's two alternate hands. Packaging retains that old school Thundercats logo. Obviously they're trying to keep it all classic on this. Take a look at the back. It's got nice Lion-O artwork, which is very reminiscent of the show style. See Lion-O posed back here with his sword and all the accessories, including alternate hands, which I don't feel like showing you guys. And then some other figures in the line, the two classics, and then it shows the 6-inch figures here. Alright, so here is Lion-O, pretty much the same way he comes out of the box, except I did switch his hand for an alternate one. This is the sword holding hand. The other one's just the regular relaxed open hand. He does come with his claw hand installed, but you do get an alternate hand for this too, which is just a regular hand also. You do get the sword of omens. You get the small one and the long one, but the small one actually attaches to the claw, which is really cool. So it's got the eye of Thundera there and everything. And then it also comes with the extended, the full-blown Sword of Omens here, which is got a really nice sculpt, except that it's very limp and wavy. So that's really a big complaint of mine. And you can just go ahead and attach that there. Obviously you want to keep this out since this replaces that. And here is Lion-O. So not too bad. The sculpt is really nice. Actually, before we even get into that, I do want to show you the differences between the retail version and the exclusive version. Now you notice the retail version is a lot lighter in color. That would be because they've actually weathered this one, or not necessarily weathered, but like made them have more shadows and stuff, and they've used metallic paint in the blue. And you'll notice the swords are chrome, which is really cool. Apart from the swords being chrome, the cool part about them too is that they're harder plastic. And like I explained, I'm not going to open it. It's not really worth for me to open this when this figure is basically identical. Again, the only difference is being the paint. The way it's applied, it's a metallic blue here, a darker blue in the feet. The boots here, the claw looks to be the same color, but it's got a little bit of shading around the little lines there. So, and this is one of the complaints everybody has, is they didn't paint the damn joints on the ankles. Don't know what that's about. And it also comes with this stand to put all the accessories on. That's basically it. That's all you're getting for more than twice the price, and the instruction sheet that both of them come with, which just basically shows you what to do with the figure if it's not already self-explanatory. Okay, so we'll get that out of the way. This is the box for it, which is just a regular plain box. It doesn't let you see anything. Would have been nice if it had a window to open up, but you're gonna have to actually open the box to get in there. But nothing fancy, nothing written on the back, just a regular Thundercats with a logo box. Anyway, moving right along with the figure. I was talking about the sculpt earlier. It is a very nice sculpt. This one actually also has the problems with the joints. It's got the flesh colored joints, which I really don't understand what that's all about. I mean, even I would accept even a different shade of blue, even black. Why they did it out of the same flesh colored plastic, I will never know. Now I know as kids we loved Lion-O. I remember thinking it's such an awesome figure. But when you really put it against the new Bandai, you'll see how horribly done the old Lionel was. I mean, as a kid, I thought the same thing. It's pretty badly done. I even hated the way the logo was done. Like, it just looks really stupid. I did like this feature, and I did like the light up eyes with the ring, which I do have somewhere. I can't find it for the review. Not even sure it works anyway. But yeah, so here's the comparisons between the two. You notice the old one didn't have those boot problems. Then again, didn't have anywhere near the amount of articulation. You don't have elbows, you just have arms, and you have this arm that does this. You get the head, the leg. Well, you know that. You know all about that. So we'll concentrate on this guy. I'm going to remove the sword just to get it out of the way. Articulation, you have the head and the base of the neck. You have the shoulders. You do have the swiveling biceps, and also swivel at the shoulder. If you're staring at my thumb, it's got spray paint all over it, so just so you know. Got the elbows, you have the wrists, you get the chest and waist area, you get the hips here, swivel thigh, double jointed knee, which is cool, and the ever popular flesh colored ankles. Now the piece that popped off, this is actually to hold the claw. When you're using the other hand, you would just pop this off and clip it onto there, but won't be going through that. Alright, so my overall thoughts on this figure is that it's awesome, the sculpt is great, but it's kind of hard to ignore like those little details that they messed up, you know. And there's a couple that I've found, you know, while shopping for these. I'll get to that in a second. But obviously, one of the complaints has been the ankles, which are flesh colored, so it kind of looks off. Another complaint has also been the wrists being a different color, so it actually looks like he's wearing gloves. And can't think of any other complaints people have. Oh, maybe the ankles being a little loose. Mine are not too bad. He does stand up. And some people have complained about the collar here, which is a different color, but it's not too bad. But if you do scrape the collar and the stomach, you will find that it's blue. If you see these in retail, if you're going to pick them up or whatever, grab a couple of linos and check the eyes out. Some eyes are spread farther apart or just printed in the wrong spot. His right eye, which is our left here, should be closer to the nose. But the other ones I found were pretty horrid. Like he looked cross-eyed. The eyes were like all over the place. This is probably the best one, and it's still off. It should be where this eye is, and you'll see the actual sculpt on there. You'll see the eyes not on the sculpted eye part. So, you know, there's little bits of complaints here and there, and then people have also complained about the price. These are going for about $17, $18. And people are saying that at that price it shouldn't have you know, anything wrong with it, especially coming from Bandai. But I tend to disagree a little bit. I mean, I deal a lot with Bandai stuff, and they tend to be expensive. Usually the Japanese toys I'm talking about, those tend to be really expensive. I don't know if you guys checked out my Ultraman review on my Chachi Power channel. That toy is nowhere near as like full and hefty as this toy here. It's made out of less plastic, and that toy will run you about $40 to $50, and that's Japanese retail. And the retail on this, like I said, is $17, $18, and you get a lot more paint, you get a lot more plastic. It's just overall better. And just to make a comparison with other Bandai stuff you have here, obviously you got your Ben 10 toys, which, you know, they range from 12 to 12 and up for the regular size ones, and, you know, like $10 for the smaller ones. This is what you get for $13 from Bandai here. You'll know this as, forgot his name here in the US, but he is Hedora. And this thing has no articulation. It's just a lump of vinyl, which doesn't make him not cool. Just saying, this is $13 as opposed to 17. So for those complaining about the price, it's not too bad, guys. It's a freaking classic lino. You guys want to complain and not buy it, that's fine. But just letting you guys know it's not too bad. Could do a lot worse than that. And before we go, I did want to show you the swords. Here he is with the little Sword of Omens. And we're going to go ahead and replace it with the extended version. Well, you're not quite able to get the eyes to peep through there. But it does demonstrate, you know, the posability. You can bring the sword up over his head. The floppy sword. So that pretty much brings us to the end of the review. And from what I've seen, the only way to make everybody happy would be to cover up those ankles and own both the exclusive and this. People hate the floppy sword like me. But you can have the rigid sword with the exclusive, and if you don't like the exclusive paint, you know, you can have this guy. So just put this guy with the swords of the other and you pretty much have the best you can get so far. And that's going to be it, guys, so stay tuned for more. Bye. Anyway, moving right along with the figure.